guys. All right. We are here with Ferrets. Say hello, Ferrets.
Happy Friday, folks.
It's Friday. And 3.15 went to Evo, which is basically what Ferrets and I were saying earlier in the week. Was it? Probably earlier in the week? Or was it late last week?
Actually, no, we were talking about this, a few days ago.
Yeah, I said it'd probably go maybe the weekend, but most likely it started the week, so yeah, we were pretty much right on the money, weren't we? Alright.
Actually, you were, I think my predictions were next week.
I wasn't going to say that, but sure. Alright, so actually, it wasn't your prediction, actually, it was your contact's prediction that was supposed to go to Evo early this week, but I said nah. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, let's just keep it there because I was gonna say something, but nah.
Alright, so Alpha 3.15.0 has been released to Evocati.
And let me tell you, this is a big boy, almost 14 gigs in size. They're saying.
Ouch. Well, actually, it's not too bad for 14 gigs about right, about the same patch. Yeah, about the same size.
But there's a lot of stuff in these patch notes.
Yeah, I've had to scroll through them because I still can't open Pastebin on this computer, and I've had to copy and paste it. From the other, I need to format this machine, I think. But at the end of the day, so I've had to copy and paste it, so I had to go through and literally scroll through, and yeah, there's a lot. But let's just jump straight into it. Database reset, yes. Long time persistence disable. Full white for all accounts. Pledge copy is disabled. Starting is 15 million UEC. Current builder is under NDA, which obviously does not bother us because we have not signed it. Sorry? What? Have you signed it? No, you haven't signed it, have you?
I wish I did, but no.
No, because if you do, they're not going to have you on the videos. So please monitor, obviously, user, obviously display session info 1 for the QR code. I don't suppose anybody wants to do that with their Evocati and they're giving us the videos. Testing focus, personal inventory, healing and active status, hospitals, Star Hercules A2, bombs, and Orison version 2. I thought we were supposed to get Orison in like 3.16. They moved it forward, didn't they?
Probably.
Anyway, known issues. It's been a while since I looked at the roadmap. I had a quick look at it over the weekend, on Wednesday, and noticed that they had put some stuff into 3.18, and yeah, I kind of got my hopes up because I saw 3.18 and then realised it was just overflow. So known issues. Ground. Yeah, I was like, come on. But anyway.
Okay. Keep going on the good stuff. Come on, baby.
Yeah, because you can get drunk on chocolate milk. Ground vehicles are not accessible outposts. Note, with this latest update, your initial spawn chooses the location of all your ships and items. Selecting a location such as Area 18, Orison, or your initial spawn may make all your ground vehicles inaccessible.
Oh boy, that's going to be great.
So inaccessible as they do not have a ground vehicle spawn. In this build, we'll have a pledge copy turned off and have no ground vehicles for loaners, but once enabled, this will be something to consider when choosing your initial spawn, if this is something that is being worked on for a later build. Location inventory capped at 100 items, causing large amounts of items not to be shown. Clear items paging hasn't been integrated into the system. Each page can hold 100 items currently, but the only main page items can be shown. So that's why they've limited it, right? Because you got 100 items on a page, and if you have 200 items, you need 2 pages. They haven't put that in yet. Unfortunately, this will cause new items beyond 100 not to be shown, not the location, which is what I was explaining. Players stuck in infinite loading loop after forced respawn and logging off during the respawn screen. Swapping undersuits on player characters There is a delay before it updates. Crash when cycling third-person camera while pointing multi-tool at self. Okay, weird. Object markers and QT points are grayed out on the player's HUD. Unable to claim insurance on vehicles, resetting character can sometimes cause players to lose all items from personal inventory. When a player is unable to invite another player into their party or add them as a friend using inner thought. So when collecting minerals with the extraction mode laser, the ship's cargo randomly empties. Oh. When collecting minerals or materials with the extraction mode laser, the ship's cargo randomly empties. That's not helpful. Assets such as elevators or environment content will occasionally be missing in the PU. There's a small area with no gravity in the airlock to the Grimhex medical facility. Players are unable to temporarily heal or injured player past their max XP threshold. Medical pens are not used on actors that are in a down state. Player will disappear if there's enter an overdose state or when aboard a vehicle. Player will disappear if they enter an overdose state when aboard a vehicle. Okay. You cannot stack purchasable stack items in your inventory until they exit and re-entering the player's inventory. So weapon projectile trajectory will not behave correctly when shooting from one zone inside the ship to another outside. Multiple heavy arms clips partly obscure some of the mobiGlas icons. All backers mesh are missing when viewed in the kiosks.
So that one bug with heavy armors is back again, huh?
Yeah, I think it was back in the last patch too, actually. After placing a dead player into the back of a ship with a tractor beam, the body will disappear when walking towards it.
Oh, that's a darn shame.
Destroying, I think it's only with your tractor beam though, so if you carry it in there or drag it in there, maybe it'll work.
Alright.
Destroying mission spawned reinforcement types does not always trigger the outgoing call to arms mission rewards. So destroying mission spawned reinforcement types. Okay. The AI usable screen inside the UGF will cause the player to get stuck in it by...
How about you restart that sentence?
The AI usable screen inside the UGF will cause the player to get stuck in used by a player if they walk up to one. That doesn't make sense. I know I'm half asleep, but I am reading that right? So if you're using the UGF...
Doesn't make sense either.
So if you're using the UGF and someone walks up to it and tries to use it, maybe that's what gets you stuck in the screen. Missiles can hit a player's ship when they fire whilst the ship is moving forward. Yeah, I've heard about that. People are saying that the missiles are impacting the ship because they're flying forward and the missiles aren't lowering. Yep. Arena Commander mode, besides free flight, maybe missing ships. CG announcer audio call out for match over. You have one lost the match, can be heard multiple times at the end of a round. AC players can spawn facing the wrong way at the start of the match after dying. Demon Fang combat knife asset is missing from the game. And Crusher attempting to deposit gems or buy commissary items with merits yields a transaction error. Alright, so they're the bugs. To be honest, it's first wave Evo. You know, we expect bugs. I'm not really gonna get all upset about any of that sort of stuff. It's the first wave. So, new features. This is the stuff we care about. Hospitals. In addition to the unique location hospitals, there are landing zones and clinics in the space station where players will be able to respawn, heal injuries, and buy medical supplies from these locations. These adds the additional emergency elevator inside the landing zone hangars that will transport players directly to the hospital. The first interaction will have the hospitals in Orison, New Babbage, Grimhex, and the clinics in the space station. Players who originally spawn in these first iterations at Area 18 or Lawville will have their default hospital set to their corresponding orbital station. Lawville and Area 18 will be getting their hospitals in the future release. So, AI, unnamed missile defense turrets. Oh.
Yay.
Addition of AI-controlled defense turrets at space stations and underground facilities in the PU.
So, basically, landing at those bunkers just got 10 times harder.
Yeah, because what now? They're going to have the...
missile launches.
Yeah.
They're going to start shooting missiles at you now.
Oh, God.
As if those...
Yeah, they're pretty bad at the start. They're pretty bad at the first place. Now they're firing missiles at you. That's going to hurt. Gameplay, personal inventory. Okay, this is what we also care about. With the implementation of personal inventory, players will now physically store weapons, gadgets, consumables, healing items, and more on their person and in vehicles via backpacks, pockets, and containers. This utilizes the new iCache for persistence wherever players travel. The new system removes the older inventory app from the mobiGlass and adds a new local inventory system by pressing I for obviously inventory. So we pretty much know everything with the personal inventory. I'm not going to keep reading this all out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because it's been covered to death. Obviously, guys, you have inventory at your space station or your home station. You'll also have inventory on your ship, as well as on your backpack. There's a whole bunch of places where you have inventory. And do keep in mind that obviously when you travel now, you do need to take stuff with you. There's no more of this global inventory shit. So, yeah. Healing Tier 0 and Actor Status Tier 1. Complete overhaul of healing and the Actor health system. These two systems are intrinsically linked for players to determine the effect of damage on an actor and allow themselves and other players to action on those effects. So the effects range from minor visual to audio feedback to state changes where player control is removed, and to the death and, in the player's case, respawning of a character. So incapacitated state. When a player is damaged enough, they will enter a incapacitated state where they enter ragdoll and are unable to move or interact. And their vision fades in and out at a time until death is displayed probably on the screen. Now, once that expires, then obviously that leads to their death and respawn at a medical facility. Duration may be shortened by receiving additional damage and or by holder status, which is just bleeding, stuff like that. I believe you can also just skip straight to the respawn point. So I imagine that prompt is going to be on the screen. Mouse 2 when close to the down player. So, a second player can use a synced revival with a medical pen, mouse 2, which will bring the down player back to 50% health. So that's pretty cool. After a player dies, they will now regenerate in a medical bed instead of a rehab. By default, the player will regenerate at their home station, set by the front end the first time they enter the game. A player may set a different regen location by visiting its hospital or clinic. Any Tier 2 or Tier 1 facility can be used. So, for example, I'm normally over at Mike L1. That's normally my home station. So, I need to go to the clinic there when I first get in the game to set that as my home station. Otherwise, I'm going to respawn at Microtech all the time. So make sure you guys do that. Injuries when an actor's body part, head, torso, arm, left leg, right leg, is damaged by corresponding amount of wear damage is applied to that same body part. Healing increases HP, but does not affect wear in damage. So, where enough wear damage is occurred, the body part will be gain an injury. Further wear damage, the same body part can lead to increase in severity. This is when they're talking about, for example, you might start limping, or if you keep getting more damaged after that, you might then have like a broken leg and be dragging your leg, or like your arm. You mightn't be able to hold your arm up to aim your rifle for a long period of time. So yeah. Blood drug level. Blood drug level increases when a player is given any medical drugs.
Are you freaking kidding me?
What?
Oh, great.
What?
It's been confirmed by leaks that there are skin files for the 400i.
Yeah.
About damn time.
Um.
It's about
Yeah.
time you guys finally got something.
Can you screenshot that? I'm sort of seeing it when I believe it. As the players increases, they will eventually enter drunk locomotion and drink. When they reach 100%, the player will enter overdose state. So if you keep pumping someone full of meds, they're going to go into overdose state. Medical drugs symptoms can be temporarily masked by medicines. Health can be regenerated, and stun effects of the overdose state temporarily removed at the occurring BDL. The dose drugs can be delivered via the injection pen. Medical gun and medical tool healing attachments. So players are now able to administer drugs via the healing beam, which will have a range of 5 meters. That's not too bad.
Excuse me.
Yep. Medical beds. Each medical bed has a care facility tier rating, so 3, 2, or 1, which would determine injuries that can be removed, which can not. Medical beds automate upon a character laying down, so the interactable screen is visible, providing several tabs containing different functionality, status, display, and code. Displays a color code. Silhouette of the body, we've already seen that, so it just shows you the skeleton, what's damaged. Including procedures to remove injuries and the default recommended drug dose. Displays in each bed screen. Nearby freestanding wall-mounted screens which display the screen showing information of anyone in the bed. And the Regen screen, respawning after death. Players now administration respawn when wake up in hospital. Hospital gameplay. Players may enter a hospital lobby, reserve a room via check-in screen to make use of its medbed. Change their respawn location, purchase all medical items from the pharmacy shop, and use the elevator to enter the floor their assigned room is on. That's pretty cool. I like the fact that we're now getting assigned rooms for the medical stuff. That means that like your own hab and stuff can also start being assigned as well now with item cache. Presumably in a later patch. Bombs. The addition of bomb mechanic into Star Citizen allows ships such as the Starlifter A2 to drop bombs. The system is accessing using the current missile operator mode if your ship is equipped with bombs while active. It will give the players a selection marker by pressing right alt plus T. That allows them to define an area where they want these bombs to drop. These bombs drop with gravity and are not controlled after release. Will apply here. So all behaviors of MOM will apply here. I don't know what is behaviors of MOM. Don't know. Yeah. So yeah, now obviously ships and vehicles. The Hercules A2 weapons and items. They've added FPS items, which is the medical tool, and they've also added the healing attachment. Locations: Orison Landing Zone 2, version 2. The addition of more shops across the expanded and various systems available in Orison. This includes the showroom, that displays the Starlifter, the Ares Fighter, and Mercury Starrunner. Cousin Crows, which you and I actually have a theory about. Custom craft pots provide surplus for industrial clothing and gear. Port Olisar has been relocated and has been moved closer to Crusader and is above Orison. The Aegis Gladius has been gold standard. Weapons and items, backpacks. With the new changes to imagery management, we have separated backpacks from there. Thank God. I'm so sick of just having to buy that particular suit that had the backpack already attached. So, major bug fixing. Fixed an issue causing some players to repeatedly encounter the 3009 errors while attempting to join the PU. Fixed an issue causing UAC to unequip items and randomly disappear from players' inventories. There should no longer be a color difference between the player characters' heads and bodies. Fixed an issue causing the players sometimes to take collision damage when entering ships. Asteroid FPS deposits should now be able to be scanned. FPS AI should no longer continue to shoot through other enemy AI while attacking a player. New deal ship stairs leading down near the hammerhead should no longer be missing collision. Yeah. It's on lower level. It is on lower level, yeah. Players should no longer be able to auto-dock a parasite ship into the constellation from above, which causes it to collide into it. Multiple player checkpoints should no longer be displayed at the same time in Arena Commander race modes. They've fixed 5 client crashes, 3 server crashes, backend server timeout fix, and server performance optimizations. Alright, so that's the patch notes roughly. We sort of skimmed through a little bit of it because a lot of the stuff has already been covered on Inside Star Citizen to death. Ferrets, what are your thoughts and opinions?
Gib Redeemer.
Yeah, I'm not surprised the Redeemer's not there because at the end of the day, it's widely anticipated, so they're going to probably hold off.
This is the first patch,
yeah.
So I'm not surprised that it's not in there. If it's not in there by wave 1, then there's going to be a problem. But I'm not surprised right now.
They might hold off. You got to remember that as soon as they put it in, people are going to start leaking screenshots of it.
Yeah. So found out some more information. This is all coming from leaks, so you know how how things are. But apparently, they are also saying that the 400i skins are in the files, and they are for and these skins are for the Halloween event. So, if this is true, then that means the ship is going to actually be coming with 3.15.
Yeah, we'll see it when we see it.
We shall see.
You know what I really wish CIG would do for Halloween? Is like a haunted ship.
Actually, it would be a pretty funny if they release they ship then like all of the files and the 3D model files and everything. If everything said that this ship was the 400i, and it turns out to be just something drastically else.
Yeah, it could be. They're known for
that would
renaming.
Be funny.
They are known for renaming files, and to be honest, it also could be a trap for leaks as well.
That would be nice, but
yeah, like to be honest, well, if they're putting in the skin files, Like, you don't normally put skin files in before you actually even get the model in game. You know, like, yeah. So I would have expected to see the ship before I see the skin files. So, but anyway, but as for this patch, anything else that you're interested in, or in like obviously the healing's pretty cool. RSON version 2, I'm looking forward to having a look at. Obviously personal inventories, I'm really looking forward to. Hospitals is cool. I actually really like this patch actually. What are your thoughts and opinions?
I'm looking forward to the Hercules A2 and
Mm-hmm.
the new bombs.
You have that, don't you? You've brought that.
I do have that.
Yeah.
And trust me, we're going to be dropping a lot of bombs
So
for
Fez is going to
science.
be putting new holes into Hurston and Microtech and all the other planets.
Well, let's just say from this point on, I will be moving the planets out of my way.
You mean the planets are no longer going to be jumping in front of you when you're flying?
No, because if they do, I'm just going to bomb them.
Um,
Bomb them to smithereens.
but yeah, at the end of the day, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all this stuff. Obviously, you know, I hope they fix some of these bugs that happen, like for example, breaking your leg when you walk out of a ship. Because if that stuff is still in the game, that's going to make the whole medical gameplay really hard. But yeah, we just have to see how it goes, and I'm being optimistic. I'm not going to be like this pessimistic YouTuber or YouTubers out there at the moment who are like, oh my god, medical, do we really need this right now? All this sort of shit. I think COG will do okay with it. Yeah, apart from that, anything else before we wrap up?
Give
Redeemer.
No? Yeah, give Redeemer.
No worries, guys. Let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the Redeemer. I do own it. Fez do own it. We both own it. So, obviously, yeah, we're looking forward to that. But yeah, medical gameplay, inventory, Orison. It's looking like it's a really good patch. Obviously, we'll have to wait for the Redeemer a little bit more. But the rest of the stuff is there. So, yeah. Obviously, guys, when leaks come out, obviously, we will cover them. So, we will cover patch notes or anything like that. So obviously like, comment and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, obviously we'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy. Want to say bye, friends?
Yeah, give Redeemer.
Give Redeemer. Yeah. Give.